now seems like a possibility. That's the danger of a person, by the way, who has seen better things. Because the person who has seen better things, they're going to return to the village and they're going to tell people about it. And now all of a sudden you have this idea, wait, so it's possible for me to go there. You're also going to have a lot of people who are going to say, don't go there, man. When you go, look, he came back with weird shoes or something. You know, he cut his hair in some strange way. He's wearing a leather jacket out in the middle of nowhere. You know, don't go there. It'll make you strange if you go there. College is kind of like that, by the way. When you go to college, you can come back. It can either make you better or it can give you blue hair. Once we realize there's a possibility, we have that choice now. We can go along with what we're already doing, or else we can have a personal revolt against the way that we're living. And if we go with that personal revolt, yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes dedication, and man, it takes a lot of stick-to-itiveness and perseverance. That's the hard part. Anybody can get up and go run 1 mile one day, but doing it every day, that's the hard part. Anybody can wake up in the morning and make your bed and clean your room. Keeping your room clean is the really hard part. I don't know. We manage to take showers every day, so we do find time to do the things that are important to us. Maybe it's just not important enough to us because we haven't seen the other side of things. 2 in a day, because they were filmed on the same day, which is why I have the same shirt on.
The dirt can make a big difference. So.
That kind of goes back to what you were saying with the last quote from Hemingway, because these were filmed on the same day, which is why I'm wearing the same shirt. When you were talking about Hemingway, you're talking about kind of suffering adjacently. Like you can see the suffering of somebody else and go, I don't want to go through that. So then you decide not to. We can learn from other people's mistakes. There's a lot of us who say, I gotta make my own mistakes. I mean, I guess maybe about certain things. You know, but man, there's so many mistakes that you can make out there that can derail your life. Then there are other ones that can just be incredibly life-changing. Like if they're signing you up for like everything, you have a pretty good spectrum of what you like in it and what you don't like. And yet you still choose to play soccer, which is strange to me. But I mean, you can't all be baseball players, I guess. And so you have because you have this spectrum of things that you've tried before. Now you kind of know what you like, what you don't like, what gets your mind going, what doesn't. And that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty dope. And then even then, I was thinking, like, my God, what could you ever tell your dad? Like, is there ever any kind of a complaint, like, oh, I don't like this food. Really? I was abandoned in 3rd grade. Fine, I'll eat it. You know? Yeah, sometimes your parents can go through so much that there's really no complaint. You can't help but be better. And I don't know, I know that a lot of you guys' parents have sacrificed a ton. I get emails and things sometimes. I get like files, and so I know more about you than some of you might think. And I find out what a lot of your families go through. I'm just like, holy crap, you guys are going through a lot. Your parents are sacrificing a lot to get you to where you are right now. You know, I don't know, like I feel like my parents worked too hard for me to be mediocre. I remember thinking about that when I went to get a PhD. I was like, my dad worked at McDonald's, my mom was disabled. I had the opportunity to do it, and I just think like, God, my parents would have killed for the opportunity to do it. You know? Even like I told you, I was accepted to Harvard, and I didn't go to Harvard because I was playing in a band at the time. And the band was cooking. And then the band broke up like 4 months after I started at UCLA. So maybe I should have gone to Harvard. But my dad always really, really, really wanted me to go to Harvard because he was just like, dude, he didn't call me dude. He said, you're the son of a McDonald's manager. This is the American dream. You can go to Harvard. And I was just like, gotta rock the stage, Dad. First things first. But I also realized that my dad bought a guitar back in 1969, I think it was, that he bought it. And he never learned how to play it. The thing just sat there for the longest time. And so when I finally learned how to play it, it's really the first time he ever really heard that guitar get played. And he used to go to my shows and everything. And so I realized, and he realized, that he was living vicariously through that as well. My mom was the one who was like, go wherever you want, or don't go to school, whatever you want to do. But I know that she really wanted me to go because she graduated from college. And so, yeah, sometimes I have parents that have sacrificed a lot for us to get to where we are. So it's not even the suffering that necessarily might motivate us. It's the taste of something better. It's being able to see that we've come, we started here, and then we can see like from like our parents, hopefully, what they've gone through, and that they've got a taste of something much better from where they started off. Now, it's a hard thing because like wherever it is that your parents are kind of like have risen to when they had you, that's now your starting point. So now you got to kind of go up even higher to get your kids to have a better starting point, and so on and so on. But that is the goal, I suppose, right? I wonder how many of us, like our parents, have gone way up, and then we go way down, and we start all the way from the bottom again, from where our parents would have been. You know? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like that's the goal, is to keep kind of elevating every generation. But you have to have that taste maybe of something better, because you have to believe it's possible. If you grow up someplace where, like for example, if you grew up in a village, I mean like a real village, like way out in the middle of nowhere, and nobody ever really leaves the village, it's just kind of like a group of people, and you might have like heard of cities and other places like that, but you never really meet anybody who's gone there before. It might seem like an impossibility. It's like, oh yeah, go to whatever, Los Angeles. Sure, I guess for some people, but that's not for me because no one's ever gone. But then maybe someone from the village leaves, goes to Los Angeles, comes back, and then tells everybody about it. Now it seems like a possibility. That's the danger of a person, by the way, who has seen better things. Because the person who has seen better things, they're going to return to the village, and they're going to tell people about it. And by better, I shouldn't say better, I just mean bigger, different things. And now all of a sudden you have this idea, wait, so it's possible for me to go there. You're also going to have a lot of people who are going to say, don't go there, man. Look, he came back with weird shoes or something. You know, he cut his hair in some strange way. He's wearing a leather jacket out in the middle of nowhere. You know, don't go there. It'll make you strange if you go there. College is kind of like that, by the way. When you go to college, you can come back. It can either make you better or it can give you blue hair. I don't know. It's going to be up to you. But when you come back and you're going to try and talk to people, some people are going to judge that experience by how you present yourself. Do you come back as something that they want to model themselves after? Wow, you went there? You know, like little nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, cousins. I want to be like that too. You went there. I want to go try that. I want to go there. Or they're going to see you come back, and they're just going to be like, man, no way. Would I ever want to do that? I was at Soup Plantation actually a few years ago. And I remember I was sitting at a table, and right off this, it was right behind us, I think it was, there was a dude wearing like a workman's jacket. You know, like those jackets that you can just tell a guy works, you know? He's got one of those on, and across the table from him is his daughter. And I can overhear the daughter because she's very loud and outspoken. And she's explaining to her father about a whole bunch of things, like just basically telling him that he has no chance in life, that he's oppressed. And the dad is telling her, well, what are you talking about, Miha? And he started talking about how he started with nothing, and he's gotten to where he is, to the point where he's paying for her to go to college. She's going to SDSU. And she's explaining, no, Dad, you don't understand how unfair things are. And the dad's going back and saying, no, I don't think you understand, because you haven't had to work the way that I've had to, because I did it so that I could make life easier for you, so that you get... And it was just interesting to see this gap between these two people, and how they're arguing. And the girl came off as really self-entitled. I mean, she's basically calling her dad ignorant and stupid, the dude who's paying for her to go to that place so that she can become angry and resentful and call people bitter and stupid. I don't know. I wonder if I heard that person when I was younger, if I would have said, so if I go off, I'm going to come back like that? There's no way. And so, I don't know. Maybe it's that taste of something better that excites us to become better. Because a revolt doesn't have to just be a revolution. That is what he's talking about here. Eric Hoffer is talking about revolution. But that could be a revolt in our own personal lives. A revolt against what we presently are for what we maybe could become if we just seek it out and become that thing. Work towards it. I don't know. It's a hell of a thing, man, to think about what it is that you could possibly become. I was telling when I first heard this story about when I was living in Los Angeles as a little kid. Los Angeles is interesting because you can live somewhere, and then you can just go a few blocks north, and all of a sudden you're in a really nice neighborhood. Your neighborhood might be crap, but if you just go a few blocks north, all of a sudden you're in a really nice neighborhood. And I mean that, by the way, literally. Like, you can go from a really poor neighborhood to $1 million houses in just a matter of a few blocks. Well, someone help them out. And so, once you're in that nice neighborhood, you can go east, and you can end up in a really crappy neighborhood if you go east. So the city is very segmented like this. So I remember one time we were standing on Sunset Boulevard, my friends and I, and this Lamborghini goes by, because where my neighborhood was situated, it was right between downtown and Hollywood. And if you, when the freeways would be backed up, people would exit off of the freeway and take Sunset Boulevard up to like Beverly Hills, Brentwood. That was up Sunset Boulevard. So we're standing there, and this Lamborghini goes by, and we're all just like, we're like 12 years old. We're all just like. This is a car that costs more than our houses. This is a car that's so expensive that you can buy it in orange and it still looks good. That's how expensive this car is. And my friend is looking at it and he just goes, "Fuck, man, we're poor." And I was like, all of a sudden it like hit us, like, dude, he's right, we are. And for whatever reason it didn't, but then it also told us, but Lamborghinis are out there, Brentwood's over there, and there's lots of those houses over there. It's like here in San Diego, I was, not too long ago, I was driving through Eastlake, and I saw all these houses that were all like multi-million-dollar houses, and there's like blocks and blocks, like miles of these things, and I thought, well, that's pretty dope. That means that there must be a demand for those houses, which means that there are jobs that pay that, which means there's a lot of opportunity. And you can see it and go, since it's there, that means it's possible. If I see that Lamborghini going down the street, that means that the Lamborghini is possible. And so that tells us, wow, that means that I can do better. There's an opportunity for it, if you believe it. It takes a personal revolt. It may even take a revolt against how it is that we're being, the community in which we're raised. Not necessarily the ways in which we're raised, because our parents are trying to instill in us hard work. Work hard, good things happen. Hard work pays off, and it's true. Hard work pays off. Now, we have to believe, though, by the way, that hard work pays off. If you don't believe hard work pays off, well, of course, why bother? Why bother trying? I start getting that every semester from students where they'll come to me like, "Scott, I have like a 9% in your class. Is it possible to pass?" And I'll say, "Yeah. You need to get everything turned in. You need to do it well." "Oh. Well, what if I get like half of it turned in?" "Well, then you'll get 50% on it. And that would raise you to a 59%. So I wouldn't pass on." What are they really asking me? They're looking for an excuse not to pass. They're looking for an excuse not to put the work in. That's what it really is. I just told you, it's possible. You can do it. You can still get an A or you can still get a B. It's not likely, though, is it? They're looking for me to tell them, no, it's not going to happen. That way they can go, "Okay, thanks," and then they can go sit down and do nothing. But once we realize there's a possibility, we have that choice now. We can go along with what we're already doing, or else we can have a personal revolt against the way that we're living. And if we go with that personal revolt, yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes dedication, and man, it takes a lot of stick-to-itiveness and perseverance. That's the hard part. Anybody can get up and go run 1 mile one day, but doing it every day, that's the hard part. Anybody can wake up in the morning and make your bed and clean your room. Keeping your room clean is the really hard part. And so, I don't know. We manage to take showers every day. So we do find time to do the things that are important to us. Maybe it's just not important enough to us because we haven't seen, bless you, we haven't seen the other side of things. You probably can never forget the other side of things. With parents like that. That's pretty cool. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms, critiques? Neato. 2 in a day, because they were filmed on the same day, which is why I have the same shirt on. Go ahead and put those away.